You combat it by understanding. Understanding what? Understanding the system of white supremacy, what it is, and how it works. That's one of the main things I have in the book. I took up a whole page with that one statement. If you don't understand racism, white supremacy, racism is white supremacy. If you don't understand white supremacy, what it is, and how it works, everything else that you understand will confuse you. Now, what happens when a person is confused? That's a mental breakdown. If you keep being confused about anything, I don't care what it is, anybody who can come around and confuse you, the more you are confused, the more what happens? The more misery you begin to perceive, the more misery you begin to experience. Confusion brings about that. It brings about destruction. The confusion brings about not construction, but destruction. And that's how you combat anything that's destructive. You deconfuse it. You get to the place you understand it. Have you ever recognized that you get frustrated, you get angry, your mind begins to get in all sorts of disorder if you are trying to solve a problem, and then someone comes along and says, "Oh, you're trying to open this door. You're confused. You're putting the key in the door, and the key doesn't work." Mm-hmm. And you keep trying it, another key, and that doesn't work, and try another key, and then the person walks up to you and says, "Oh, I see what's going on here. You got the wrong door." And then you look up and say, "Oh, this is door B. It's supposed to be door C. That's why the keys don't work." Now, immediately what happens? You feel relief. Why? You're not confused anymore. See, what the white supremacists do, they take a non-white person and keep doing things that confuse you, so that you become confused in all 9 areas of activity, and then when they complete that, they got you. Because now you are completely weak and completely dependent on them, and your mind is all messed up because everything comes from the mind. And so now you are completely destroyed, because a completely confused person is a person who has been completely destroyed. Get rid of confusion in answer to your question. Once you understand white supremacy and how it works, you're no longer confused, and everything becomes much easier. See, confusion is insanity. That's what confusion is. When you say insane, you're talking about confusion. So I am still insane, but I am not as insane as I was before. Why? Because of the one thing that I said. I understand white supremacy better, which means I understand the world that I'm in better. Once you understand white supremacy, you understand a whole bunch of things about the whole world instantly. Once you understand quite a bit, because I don't know everything that I should know, or we wouldn't be having this conversation. See, I want to point that out. If I knew everything that I should know about white supremacy would not exist. Because when you know and understand everything about white supremacy, it won't exist. Because you know what to do about it.
Yes, sir.
All right? I'm trying to find what to do about it. But every time I find out how to handle it better and what I'm dealing with, I become a little bit more sane than I was before.
All right.
And this is true of every black person that you encounter. If they act like they have some real sanity, it's because they understand the environment better.
Okay.
And what is their environment? Racism.
Okay,
When you understand your racism better, you are becoming more and more sane.